Hello, I'm Beatrice Tuyishimire and I'm going to be presenting about effective management. These are the topics that I will be talking about, which includes the functions for management and three styles of management. Firstly, management refers to the process of coordinating organizational activities through use of different functions and styles in order to get people do their job or achieve the organizational goal. I will start by the functioning of planning. This planning function refers to determining what should happen in the future and anticipating what the future should look like. For instance, an activity that is involved in planning, it's about developing a SWOT analysis and developing business plan and also a marketing plan. Moving to the organizing function. Organizing refers to the forming areas of relationship between workers so as to ensure the efficient use of resources so as to achieve the organizational goal or the business's goal. An example of a task of management might be allocating resources, for instance, giving laptops to the workers or assigning tasks to the workers, such as telling the workers to go on a field research or to go talk to a certain client. The third function is staffing. Staffing involves recruiting and training workers. It's about selection and placement of workers in a job that they are qualified for. And it also involves training them or updating their skills so that they keep up with the trending market. An example might be interviewing the candidates for a certain position in an organization or offering a workshop to upgrade the skills of the workers. Leading function. Leading refers to deciding what should be done in an organization and getting people to do that activity. So in few words, it refers to getting the human resource achieve a certain task. An example might be deciding to partner with a certain organization. This is a leading decision. And also, it might involve getting a certain worker, a particular worker, to research about that particular organization. Controlling. Controlling refers to evaluating results in relation to the business plan, to the marketing plan, to the goal of the organization. Or again, you may change to accommodate the achievement of the goal. An example of controlling in an organization might be issuing employee performance appraisal or customer satisfaction survey so as to get the result of how you are satisfying the needs of the customers. As we have discussed about the functions of management, we are going to the three styles of management. First, we start by directing. Directing style involves workers following the instruction that they were given by the managers. And a scenario might be when a new worker into a workplace and the manager will direct them, give them instruction, give them direction on what they should be, how it should be done, and the deadline for such an action. Strength for this style, there is promotion of active listening among employees. Since they are being given instruction, they will be able to pay attention and their listening skills will be improved. There is also clear instructions and direction which motivate the workers. Mostly when workers are given clear instruction or understandable instructions, they'll be able to work courageously toward the task they were assigned to. Weakness of this style is that some disorganized information might discourage workers. Employees may get defensive in case of some childlike direction. For instance, a manager gives you a task to do and they tell you do this and do this and do this in this way. This might be frustrating and might discourage a person to be as productive as they should. The second style is delegating. With delegating, workers are empowered to perform a particular task independently. For instance, an instance of a scenario where this style might be used is when there is a research project and one worker is assigned to go on the field, do this research and report to the manager. This is an independent task. One strength of this style is that the workers or employees achieve self-confidence since they were able to work on certain tasks independently. There is also promotion of self-paced learning, whereby workers will be able to get to the field or somewhere else and gain information by themselves. Weakness: employees might get overwhelmed by the task. For instance, if you were given a task that is beyond your capabilities or that is too big for the deadline, it might be overwhelming. Also, some important deadlines might be missed if there is no close supervision of the independent workers. The last style is discussing style. This style is used when the manager and the workers sit together, discuss, interact to study the problem, analyze it, find multiple solutions, then arrive at a common conclusion. It can be used in conflict resolution, whereby the manager must sit together with the conflicting parties to understand the issue, come up with solution, and then decide what should be done. Strength of this style: it, it, it improves the workers relationship, since they will be discussing every time, sitting together to discuss. Their interaction and relationship will increase. There will also be induction of critical thinking, since workers will be together to discuss about some ideas. Their critical thinking capabilities will increase. The weakness of this style is that some employees might get dominant in the discussion, hence leaving behind some other workers, and this is not good. And disagreement might arise in the discussion, whereby some people might have rigid ideas which they might not want to change, and this might cause problems in the workplace. Lastly, management involves workers, managers, and resources, and the purpose of management is to get people be motivated to work towards achieving organizational goals. Thank you very much.